Come with us where the corn is popped and the throwback Thursdays never stop. It's a magical land not far away. All you have to do is just press play. So hop on the couch and close your eyes. Gonna party like it's 99. Join us, watch the movies of our lives with Blockbuster Wives.
Welcome to Blockbuster Wives, where your two favorite 90s babies talk about movies from the era of a certain blue and yellow video rental store. I'm your host with the most late fees, Shea Baby.
And this is Stacy, not always kind, but always rewinds. And you're listening to Blockbuster Wives. Season 2 marches on.
We will continue to bless thee with our love.
And it's favorite movie month because it's our birthday month.
Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. And many more.
You love it if you want to send us birthday gifts in the form of cash.
Holy shit. Yes, please.
No, I think we'll take our birthday gifts in the form of rating our podcast.
Rate the podcast. And also, if you could leave a review.
They're so wonderful. We have two great ones from Cody and Marlene. They're beautiful.
They are. They're actually so fucking sweet.
So nice. That's what I want for my birthday.
Me too.
No pressure.
Yeah. How about that and a cash donation?
Well, you know who's giving the cash donation?
True. We got a shouts out.
The BBW manager herself, Anna.
Anna. Oh, there's a song. I have to say it. There's a song by this band called Refractions. They changed their name to something else, but I'm sure if you look them up, Refractions, and there's a song called Anna. And I sent it to her being like, this song's about you, hee hee, because it's such a cute song. She fucking hates it, but I'm going to sing it right now. Anna, oh girl, I can't wait to see ya, running away just to meet ya, so I don't have to deal with this. Huh?
Why'd she hate it?
She just hates it. I don't know. She's like, I fucking hate it, but it's so good. Anyways, that was for you, Anna.
I hope you liked it. Thanks.
Thanks so much for being is it called a patron?
Yes, a patron. I'm not sure.
Patron subscribe.
We do have a Patreon if you want to give us money.
Literally, we even have dollar donations.
Spend $1.
Okay, just give us $1.
You don't really get any, how you say, perks.
Except
or
for our
bonus
love
content. It's really just a gesture of goodwill.
Truly, it is just like
it's
a karmic something.
It's an act of benevolence.
True,
on your part.
It's very much like, hey, I love these girls. I know they'll appreciate it. Here you go. And every once in a while, we do pop out with some random shit, but certainly not consist.
By that, I mean we did it twice a year ago.
Okay, but you know
my point is, if you're religious, then this will for sure give you some heaven points or whatever.
For sure, because if God exists, we're her favorite.
So yeah, if you want to be a selfless person,
yeah, just be selfless and generous.
Give us money, and then Shrek Fest, we'll do even more.
No, truly, we have a lot in my heart. We have a lot coming up. I mean, I know I always. I'm the more dreamy one of the two of us, and in the sense of I'm always like, we can do this, and Stacy's like, yes, but let's just be like maybe realistic about it. She always wants to coddle my dreams, but then she brings me down to a place that's actually like reasonable, which I appreciate so much. I need that in my life.
Just honest about what I'm gonna do. Or I'm just honest about what I know I can do. So I'm like, listen,
very true.
That sounds great. Be honest with you, I'm gonna devote 20 minutes to this.
True. You're like, or this weekend I can't do that, but I will support you from over here in every way I can.
Like when you're like, well, you should catalog all of Roger Ebert's reviews and sort. I'm like, I know I'm not gonna do that, but
like,
you want to do it,
and then I don't. Because I don't want to spend any more time with Roger Ebert.
That would take hours.
I fucking
take
need
so long.
Listen, I don't hate Roger Ebert, okay? But it is like, why has this become like an anti-Roger Ebert? I'm like, I just know he'd hate me.
You should start introducing yourself like that. Like, hi, I'm Shea, Cancer Sun. I hate Roger Ebert.
Roger Ebert is my anti-zaddy. Okay. I do, but I do have a weird like relationship with the idea of him. Like, I'm like, okay, I care about what you say, but I just disagree with everything that you fucking say.
Maybe it's like enemies to lovers.
You think someday we'll get to
I mean,
lovers
he's
category?
dead, but I'm just saying maybe it's like sometimes our distaste for something is, gets us a little interested.
That's true. Well, and maybe at some point he'll review a movie and I'll be like, oh, respect. Like most of the time I disagree with him, or I think he's like underplaying it, or he's being salty, or like whatever. But I do have faith that at some point I will read a review from him and I'll be like, wait a minute, that was cute.
Well, I'm just glad we're working through your Roger Ebert feelings like together.
I know. I need my
episodes.
life in these hard times that we created for myself. But anyway, no, we have so much in store, I feel, this summer and this year, this season in general. And, we would just appreciate a little love, a little bit more love. You guys give us so much. We just want a little bit more.
We just need more.
We need more from you. Okay.
Well, before we get to our movie, I did want to share something. It's one of those "Am I the asshole?" moments.
Oh,
and I'm very
I love
excited
these.
to hear what you think.
Okay.
Because I probably am just being the asshole.
Probably not.
But since I got married, I've been getting so much targeted wedding content, and I've noticed that one type of content that grinds my fucking gears, and I don't know why. I mean, I think I have my reasons why, but it shouldn't bother me this much. Is content that's like, I'm a great wedding guest. Or like, how to be a great wedding guest. Or like, I'm basically a professional wedding guest.
What?
And my reaction is just like, yeah, it's not hard. You're like showing up somewhere and getting free food and booze and like entertainment.
Yeah, like what?
And
are
you're
their
making
points?
it about you?
What are their points? Like,
their points are like, I am a great person who will make your wedding better. Like, you need me at your wedding because, like, I'm the best at going to weddings.
I know what you're saying.
Because, like, I dance and I drink and I'm fun and I'm like, that's, like, bare minimum.
And that's also shit for you. That has nothing to do with me, bitch.
Yeah. And it's like, I see people post pictures where, like, we're the best wedding guests. And I'm like, what? This isn't about you.
I will say.
So am I the asshole for thinking that way?
No.
Okay. Thanks.
But I will also say.
I feel kind of mean judging them, but I'm like, at the same time, like, yeah, it's not hard.
No, but they are making a wedding that doesn't involve them about themselves. For
like,
sure.
I'm the real star. And
yeah,
it's like, what?
Fuck you. But
for
also,
like doing the bare min.
Also, I will say, you and I went to a wedding a handful of years ago, and we took a picture and we captioned it something along the lines of, we said something about. We're like the best what
oh no,
I'm
part of the problem.
We did say we were like the best wedding guests.
Oh no, the call's coming from inside the house.
I need to go back.
We need to delete it because now I'm ashamed.
No, that was a different you. Mashed
That's
potato
true.
brains.
That's true. Yeah, probably.
I think we were like 24 or 25
we didn't
maybe.
Know. We didn't know.
No, we had no idea. But that was a long time ago. That was before you experienced, all the work that you had to put in to have a wedding,
yeah,
and now you're seeing
selfish. And now I know that.
Now you're seeing it from that perspective, and you're just like, oh, yeah. you're the star.
Like, yeah, not this beautiful wedding we put. That wasn't the reason it was great. It was you.
It was you showing up
and like eating and not being a total dick.
Not being a fucking monster. Now we should be bowing down to you. And
there was even a video. It's like, how to be a good wedding guest, and it was like, seriously, like, dance. Talk to people. I'm like, what? Like, this is pathetic. Like, duh.
I'm sorry, but this is like, oh my God. Okay, I have to say this. I'm not going to say any names.
Oh, no.
Did I ever tell you this story about how I was talking to this lovely, beautiful girl, romantically.
You can say my name. No.
And it was Stacy. And no, that does sound like the way I talk about Stacy, though. No, but I was talking to this woman who wasn't my Morticia. And she was telling me, she was like, okay, I'm really tired, so I'm gonna like put my head down and then like turn all my I'm gonna turn my phone off and I'm gonna like close my eyes. And I go, I don't need a falling asleep tutorial right now. And like that, I felt like a dick in that moment, but also she's like a brat, you know, she's like bratty,
over fucking doing it.
And so
and you're like, calm your tits, lady. I know.
Yeah. So like when I said that,
asleep.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, yeah, I don't need a falling asleep tutorial. Like that's something we just
and
do.
then in my head, you just click.
We weren't on the phone. She was like texting me. I was like, yeah, I don't need a fucking dude. Like what?
Play.
She took the brat thing way too far. Mm-hmm. And she, like I said, lovely girl, but like at this point she had already like shit on me for saying, what did I say? We were talking about cereal, and she was talking about how she was eating like dry cereal in bed, and I didn't judge her for that. I was like, that's dope. And
But
I was
for
like,
me, I'm like, that's crumb central.
it is crumb central.
I don't like crumbs in the bed.
Would I do that? No, but I was like, you do you. This is your bed and your cereal and your whole ass. You can do whatever you want. And I was like,
your crumb fingers all up in your bed.
yeah, like what?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was like, have fun. But then I was like, yeah, that's your favorite cereal? I'd probably say mine, like one of mine is, what's that one that's Honey Bunches of Oats?
Yeah, that shit's good.
She was like, Honey Bunches of Oats? And I was like, yeah. Like so angry.
All of a sudden it gets to a 10 out of 10.
It's, yeah, like, dude, I hate that I'm like this. But dude, if you piss me off, like if you say one thing that's like slightly judgmental, I'm like, go fuck yourself. So then when she was like, yeah, so I'm like tired and I'm gonna like smoke and then I'm gonna, I was like, I don't need a falling asleep tutorial, dog.
That's so funny.
Click.
What did she say?
Slam the door.
Nothing. Yeah.
Why am I talking about this again? Oh yeah, well it reminds me of that.
Yeah,
like,
just like, okay, we get it. Like these are bare minimum parts of like going to any event.
yeah, like living your life, eat, dance, talk to people.
Or she's like, I'm gonna be the star of this wedding. It's like, whoa.
There's so many people that go to weddings because they're like, I am the moment. And it's like, it's not your fucking moment, Karen. Okay? It's not your fucking moment.
God, I love it.
I don't understand that.
And it probably started with like people I like barely knew would like try to convince me that they were like such good wedding guests that I should invite them. And I'm like, no.
I've heard many people be like, no. I am the wedding guest. And I'm like, it's like the same points you're bringing up.
In what way?
In what way? Like, what do you mean? You fucking eat, you take a handful of popcorn shrimp and blow out of there?
I feel like it's mostly like, yeah, I'll dance. And I'm like, yeah, you should.
Like, yeah, it's called a fucking wedding reception, bro.
Yeah, like, okay, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, like, you're welcome for creating the space for you to do that. This is not like you doing me as if I'm gonna notice random guy in the corner number 3 doing the cha-cha.
Like, thank God
I
he's
got
cha-chaing. Or this wedding would be a disaster.
the most important day of my fucking life. Yeah, I'm gonna notice you in the corner fucking doing
Mambo number 5 looking at.
Yeah, I'm like, doing what? Like, you're an extra, bro. This is not about you, bro.
It was just
0%.
I'm so glad you agree with me, because I was like, I might just being a bitch. And
No.
being like, fuck these people. But
People making these situations about themselves is really
much like we did those many years ago.
I need
apologies
to find that fucking
to that to that lovely couple that we were so annoying.
But we wouldn't have said that to them. I will say that, and we wouldn't have made a tutorial about it. We just captured.
Well, maybe we would have.
Like, and by the way, I want to know what my caption was. So, while we talk, I'm gonna be scrolling through.
Okay. Oh God, it's gonna be so terrible.
I know, it's so good, and I hope I didn't delete it.
When
God.
When you know better, you do better. Okay.
But okay, that was also, like I said, that was like 7-8 years ago. So we've learned a lot since
Different
then.
people. We didn't even have a podcast then.
Yeah.
We
Well,
didn't know anything.
we had already had a podcast.
You're right.
Like, we didn't even have a podcast.
That
We knew
excuse
nothing.
is off
Well,
the table.
We knew a little
I'll
something.
think of a
but,
different one.
but it wasn't Blockbuster Wives,
That's right.
where we
didn't
are
have
just
Blockbuster
educating.
Wives yet.
We weren't Blockbuster
The
Wives.
source of our wisdom.
We had banana hands. We were not Blockbuster Wives.
That also lacked a lot of wisdom.
It sure did, baby. It sure did. Wait, what was it the other day that you were laughing at me for? Oh, because I house sat Stacy's house while she was on her honeymoon. And she has this dope fucking like little pebble ice machine, like separate from the fridge and shit. Like very cool. And it's on her like bar.
You know, because you want fresh, copious ice.
Yeah, it's fucking Increds. And I'm an ice queen, so like it meant a lot to me when she bought it. Obviously not for me, but like, you know, very sweet. And I was telling her like, yeah, your ice machine wasn't really working, but like whatever. Like
You said it worked for like a week and then it just stopped.
She goes, did you put water in it?
And Shane goes, no. I was like, oh yeah, you gotta put water in it.
And I was like, I thought about that. And then I just thought, never mind. I will just make manual ice like I'm a fucking pilgrim. So there you go.
Well, just because the way he said it, I was like, well, if it worked for a week, it probably just ran out of water.
I thought about that. But then I thought, that can't be it.
It's too hard. Ice Cube trays, here we come.
Okay, it is well within my wheelhouse to fucking break shit that like is unbreakable basically. And I was like, if I break this fucking machine that she got off of, what was that, Mark?
Nellis Auction, baby. Where my Nellis Auction fans at?
Yeah, I was like, bam, bam, bam.
Pound that like button.
The follow.
No,
click
for
the
real.
bell
Like,
for
put that in
notifications.
your review. Work Nellis Auction into your review if you're a fan, and I'll love you forever.
Well, that's why I was like, I don't think that I trust myself enough to work this shit. And I did look up a tutorial. But it was the same ice machine, but it was like an older version. And it did have you pour water, but I was like, this looks different. I'm not doing that.
I'm not falling for that one.
I'm not following no damn instructions. I should have. Okay, I'm almost there, you guys. I've been scrolling this whole fucking time.
I'm so excited.
Okay, I know I'm almost there because this is the Lana Del Rey concert that we went to.
Hell yeah.
And I know it was a wee bit before that. Hold on, I'm almost there.
I think I was wearing a striped dress, perhaps.
You?
I think so. Don't hold me to that though. Roomie's passed out in such a cute way right now.
Oh wait, here we go. Your Buck Wild Wedding Guest 2017.
Okay, that's not bad.
That wasn't bad. I thought it was like, we're the best. But we didn't. We just said we're Buck Wild. And by Buck Wild, we literally just sat there.
We literally danced in a reasonable manner, had a reasonable number of drinks, and went home.
Fine as shit, though.
And I was not wearing a striped dress. I was wearing a maroon dress. Very off.
Yeah. My yitties were out and about. Oh, my lipstick matched your dress.
Wow.
I probably did that on purpose, honestly.
It's amore.
I'm like, yeah, this girl that I talked to who's like really beautiful and like I like romantically, and you're like, and it's not me. And she did have to make that disclaimer because it usually is Stacy. But anyway, back to that. You're not the asshole.
Okay, thank you for working that through with me, because I was like, am I just being a hater ass bitch?
No. 0%.
But I have my reasons.
Dude. Huh?
But I have my reasons.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100%. Well, just because, like, with time, I feel you gotta know, and this is coming from me, it's not always about you.
Well, that's part of the mashed potato brains developing.
Exactly.
Because when you're young, you cannot see past you.
Exactly.
It's like you're literally incapable of it.
Yeah.
And then you grow up.
It's like, I'm the main character, and everyone else is just, and it's like,
exactly.
No, then you find out everyone is the main character.
Like, whoa.
And you're all in different lanes.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You're all the main character in your own life, and so is everybody else, and you're all in a separate lane all together at the same time.
And I do love the meme where it's like, okay, before you pat yourself on the back too much, you are the villain in someone's story. Someone out there hates your ass.
Dude, hella
and
people.
loves your ass. Both.
Mm-hmm.
Both.
Again, we contain multitudes, people.
Yes. That's one message we can impart with this podcast. People
1,000.
contain multitudes.
It's true. It's true. It's taken me a while. You're the person that really instilled that within me.
I think it's really, really hard for a lot of people to like actually
grasp it.
Yeah, and like live their life as if they believe it's true.
True. Very true. I know a lot of people that are very like, oh, you said this one time, you're a piece of fucking shit, and you're like you're actually evil, and like you're and it's like, not necessarily.
Yeah, right. Like maybe not.
And also like, you haven't said something that you regretted once upon a time, or did something you regretted. Like we all have.
Yeah, and I saw another good meme that was like, next time someone does something you think is rude or like annoying or whatever, like imagine if like your best friend did it and like how you'd be defending them for it and like making reasons why or like knowing the context. And it's like, yeah, we do that for our friends, but no one else.
Yo, that's fucking true as shit. Yeah. I try to be better. I used to be very much like a grudge holder, and I feel like as an adult, I try really hard to not be like that, which is good. It's helped me live
easier.
It's
it's a lot easier.
God, it's so easy. It's so much easier, and it's like I'm a healthier person because of that. Like the way that I held grudges when I was like a kid / like early 20s is it like boggles my mind now. I'm like,
it always reminds me of the meme too. I don't know. I'm talking about so many memes today. This is Meme Corner.
Good, loves it.
It's I'm gonna piss off all the Marvel people. It's the Thanos. I was like the Infinity Rings guy, but Thanos when she's like, "You ruined my life," and he's like, "I don't know who you are."
Yes,
I feel like that can be a grudge a lot. Like the person you're grudging against might not even fucking remember like saying that or know that like you hate them.
Dude, that is so fucking true. Because a lot of stories I have from like, let's just say like high school or whatever, it's with people I almost like never interacted with,
right,
but I had like one interaction with them and I'm like, you're a giant cunteroni.
Or sometimes I think about like the things I remember about, not even bad or good, they're just random. And it's like, God knows why I remember that.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just random.
It is. And so like, I don't know. It's easier on you and your own mental health and your own like peace of mind, etc., to just try and be a little bit like give yourself and other people some grace. I would
unless they're homophobic or transphobic.
Well, unless they're actually
or
like
racist, in which case we shun them.
Oh, totally. I mean, that's a whole different ball game entirely. Because that's just like, as I said earlier about someone else in high school, they're fucking freaks, and they deserve to be put in a fucking freak show for all of eternity.
Yeah, and it's like if you want to live in a modern society and enjoy electricity and cell phones, like get with the fucking times, okay?
Yeah, get with the fucking times, babes. Because your homophobia, racism, Islamophobia, etc.
You can't sit with us.
It's barbaric.
Yeah.
It's like actually like you're not cool, and you're like Stacy always says, you're not edgy, and you're not like this is nothing new. Like you literally have the same beliefs as like your grandfather's like
wow.
No, you're so innovative and like so smart. Like, no, go fuck yourself. You're a fucking freak. You belong in a fucking freak show. Dog shit, asshole, etc.
Anyways,
oh my god,
Dodgeball. So my movie.
Yes. Okay. So again, this is Stacy. This is my wife's pick. This is the second movie in the Stacy birthday era of life.
2 out of 2.
So Stacy gets the floor to talk about why she loves this movie, her history with this movie, etc.
Yeah, I don't know when I realized it, but at some point, I'd say in the past 3 years, I realized that the movie I might have seen the most and I know every line of is Dodgeball.
Hell yeah.
And I think I always, just because it's not critically acclaimed, no one really talks about it. But when I think about just how much I watch it and how much I love watching it and how it could always be on and I would watch it, like one of those movies, like I'm never flipping the channel away from Dodgeball. It's just not happening.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I fucking love this movie. It's like one of my favorite movies.
And it's very quotable.
It's so quotable. I think that's part of the fun is like, it can be hard and annoying to have a line that's like joke after joke after joke, like a joke every line. But I just really like the way they did it in this movie. And it's like, I think part of it is the star Vince Vaughn's, like, he's just very chill. Yeah. So it's like when he's making joke after joke after joke, it's not too much.
Yeah, because he plays actually like the straight man in this movie.
Right. And he says funny things, but they're very low key. Like, you might not even get them for the first second. And you're like, wait.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like slow burns.
And when you watch it, you're like, oh my God, I never noticed they said that. Like, it's just such a fun movie. And it's like a perfect plot. Like, they set up the main conflict very early. You know the stakes. And then you're just waiting for it to play out. And that's like kind of a little fun twist at the end.
Yeah.
And I just say it's very well structured, well paced, fun cast, lots of character acting, which I love.
God, yes.
I love an ensemble cast of characters.
And a pirate.
And a fucking pirate. And Justin Long. Vince Vaughn and Justin Long,
dude,
and the lady who plays Kate. Oh my God, why am I forgetting her name? Ben Stiller's wife in real life.
Yeah. I always
probably in your corporate bullshit.
Yeah, it's in corporate bullshit.
She's great. Like everyone's just so fun, and it's just what's not to like.
She also plays Marsha in like the Brady movie remake.
Yeah, she's also in Zoolander.
Because again, married to Ben Stiller, who actually they were married, then separated, and then they recently got back together.
Really? Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I saw that in like an interview. I think it was the Drew Barrymore show. I think she went on and talked about it. Yeah, but really sweet that they like found love again with each other.
Wow.
But yeah, if you want to get into corporate bullshit,
let's do it.
I can. Okay, here we go.
Corporate bullshit.
Some bullshit.
Dodgeball was released June 18th, 2004.
Whoa. So one day after my birthday, when I was
Makes so much
newly
sense.
13. Wow.
It is 92 minutes.
Perfect.
Fucking.
See, I didn't even know that.
All of these make so much sense. It was produced by Ben Stiller and Stuart Cornfield. The director is Rawson Marshall Thurber, who I had never heard of before, and he directed some like kind of like B-rated like comedy movies.
Interesting.
But like
This is a pretty big land for him then, huh?
Yeah, pretty big. Yeah, and he like wrote and directed it, which is pretty cool. And let's see, the budget was $20 million.
Ooh, cheap
As fuck. They also mostly filmed it in Germany, believe it or not.
Really?
But the box office, 168.4 million.
So this was before Wedding Crashers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably why they got Vince Vaughn for cheaper. But
And
Ben Stiller, I feel like, was already pretty big at this point.
Yeah, because
I think Zoolander had already come out.
I think
Meet
so
the
too.
Parents, maybe too?
We definitely need to do Zoolander for sure at some point. But
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it came out like earlier in the 2000s, right? Like 2001, 2002, maybe 2003. I don't know. But yeah, and then
just very cheap.
Very cheap. So yeah, as Stacy said, it is starring Vince Vaughn, of course, Ben Stiller, Christine Taylor. That's her name.
Queen.
Gary Cole and Rip Torn.
Gosh, see, this was like what I knew Rip Torn from. So when he died, I was like, oh no, Patches O'Houlihan.
I know. He really, I mean, his character is so good.
So crazy and great.
So on Rotten Tomatoes, they got a 71%.
It got higher than You've Got Mail.
And then their audience score was 76%.
I am shook. Wow. The critics like this more than you got. I am so surprised.
I know. It's pretty wild.
Was Roger Ebert even around?
Yep.
Okay.
And believe it or not, 3 stars.
Wow.
So he liked it.
Wow.
I read, I skimmed through the interview, and there weren't, very many.
No rumpy pumpy references?
No rumpy pumpies. If you don't understand that, go to last episode. No rumpy pumpies, but yeah, he just really liked it. And he did talk about how Vince Vaughn is it was really smart of them to cast him as the straight playing character because Ben Stiller's character is so fucking out there that he's just they needed someone to be a straight man, and he did a really good job, which he fucking did. Usually he's the one that's a little bit more outlandish.
Well, I think it was so smart of them too to not make him the hero necessarily until the very, very end.
I agree.
But it's he's kind of the least important person. But everyone around him is no, we gotta do this.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. Yeah, because he was very cavalier and very much
he's it's over, bye. And they're no,
apathetic kind of. And everyone else was no, encouraging him and each other, which is really sweet.
And he's just doing it because he's a good friend to them, but he doesn't actually believe in it.
Yeah, he's it's his gym, but he's doing it more for them because he knows that they believe in him in the gym. And it is more about friendship, which truly is I would say for Stacy and I, if I may speak for me and my wife, that's the basis of all of our favorite, really favorite movies. It's friendship.
Yeah, it's such a friendship tale. And of course they have to add the romance in, but that's not what it's about.
No. And it also is about their friendship leading up to it too, because they're not fucking or hooking up before the very end or whatever.
And they gave her such a good reason to want to join them.
Yes.
That Ben Stiller gets her fired from her job so he can date her.
Disgusting. Men are gross. That is so something a dude would fucking do.
Yeah, she goes, you got me fired? And he goes, yeah, I told him you were drinking and sleeping on the job.
And then, ew, his fucking, like, it's so funny because his smile in this movie and, like, his, like, happy face, it does not even look like him at all.
Might be my favorite Ben Stiller character. I'm obsessed with White Goodman. He's like the perfect asshole villain. And I love that they're making fun of like fitness culture and like diet culture.
Me too.
It's so funny.
They truly do make fun of like these super fitness bros that are like the almond boyfriends and like the protein powder dudes because holy shit.
And Element goes, and it's your fault if you don't hate yourself and to do something about it.
Yeah, my first note is Bobo Jim. Ugliness and fatness are genetic disorders. Shut up.
He goes, and you can go to our state-of-the-art plastic surgery center while you'll still be you in a legal sense.
Disgusting. But it's so funny. And that's really how people live their lives. Like they truly believe this shit, which is crazy.
And I do wonder if he like based it on a specific motivational like person.
Because dude, his character in this movie is so similar to his character in Heavyweights. They're almost not identical, but in so many ways they are. And like I feel like he has to have based them off of somebody,
right? Like he's like, this is like a theme he likes.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I know this character.
And I wonder, if he just met somebody like that once, and he was like, oh my god,
he's like, I love this guy because I'm just gonna fucking make fun of him for the rest of my life.
Or fuck this person, they're hilariously stupid.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I love them, and I'm gonna make the fucking fun of them for the rest of ever.
Yeah, I love how it lampoons diet culture. I love that it's like the heroes are just like a gym where people like just want to go to like be there and work out, sure, but also just a fun place to hang out.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm laughing because I'm thinking about I told Stacy about how Planet Fitness has fucking pizza parties.
Yes, okay. So Planet Fitness, which is an IRL gym, I feel like is trying to cultivate an average Joe's vibe.
Yeah.
But they are a soulless corporation, so it only goes so far.
True. Very true.
But Shea was telling me about something they do to try to foster their coolness that Shea does not trust.
Nope. As a fat person, I can smell
I smell a rat.
I can smell pizza from a while away. No, but no, like to me it feels very gimmicky and like almost like making fun of fat people.
Which maybe it was like an actual person who came up with this, but it's like, again, it's a soulless corporation.
Yeah, I'm looking this up because I just want to be sure. Like, maybe I had a fucking...
No, you tell the story and I will fact check it.
Okay, maybe I had like...
whether it's true or not, it's hilarious.
Okay, so I've never been to Planet Fitness, but I've heard of people talking about their pizza parties, okay? And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And what I've heard is... at multiple times in a day, an alarm goes off and there's pizza that's like given to people like for free. Like if you have a gym membership, it's given to you for free. And to me, that sounds like something that like high school bullies, like 80s high school bullies would do to like make fun of fat kids. Like, come little piggies, eat at your trough. And it's just like, it horrifies me.
It's like an end of the world siren.
Everyone's like, fucking go! Like everyone's dressed in all black and like running at the top of their fucking like. That's where their fitness comes in. I don't know. And as a fat person, like who has been bullied about being fat forever, including up until now, which luckily it doesn't bother me at all anymore, but it still happens. An alarm is going off in my brain, baby, and it's not for pizza. It's because I'm truly worried about this shit. But anyway, did you find anything?
So I have confirmed that the pizza party phenomenon is real. Okay. It does have a cute origin story.
Okay.
One of their founding gyms ran out, like they didn't have like water or like running water, something essential, but people kept coming to work out and the gym owners felt bad. So they bought the pizza to make up for it. Okay. And then it kind of like turned into a whole thing. I cannot confirm that it's a siren.
It's like an alarm that goes off.
Cannot confirm if there's a doomsday siren, but it's Pizza Mondays.
Okay. Yes. Pizza Mondays, you guys.
Yeah. Wow.
But anyway, if you go to Planet Fitness and you've partaken in Pizza Mondays, please DM us. Okay. Or hit us up in any capacity because I want to hear all about it. And I don't know if you guys listened to kind of like the end of last season with us, but when you guys ask questions, make comments, anything like that, we bring them up on the following episode after people hit us up. So just letting you know, if you do let us know your experience, we will bring it up next episode.
So I think they got rid of Pizza Mondays, though, amidst controversy.
Controversy? It's like me.
Because people were saying that, like, Planet Fitness isn't a real gym, and they would point to the pizza parties. So they got rid of it, and people are like, I'm glad they got rid of this shit. It was weird. I
mean, that is very average Joe's. And also, like, may I say, it kind of susses me out, like, hygienically.
Yeah, true.
You know
like,
what I'm saying?
Eating pizza where you're, like, doing lifts.
Yeah, like, literally sweating, and so many people don't clean off their machines, and, like...
That is a problem. I cannot believe it.
So gross. Like, and I've seen people do it, and I literally want to take their fucking towel and, like, whip it in their goddamn face. Because I'm just like, you're so gross, dude. Like, when I go to the gym, I make sure I grab 2 towels. I sanitize everything. Like, it's so disgusting that people don't. Place. I don't know why. I'm just like,
gyms are gross places. I don't really like going to them.
I know. It just sucks because like buying that equipment is so expensive. Yeah. And you know, I mean, it is a place to like show off like dope fits and like feel like you're part of a community, you know, but
I don't feel welcome at all though.
I mean, I really don't either, but I kind of like, I don't know. I feel like
I've never gone to a gym and been like, this is my community. I'm always like, I don't belong here. I need to leave.
I'll say like the community that I feel when I do walk into the gym is with other fat people. That's like really, if I see another fat person, they see me and we kind of like do a like nod thing.
Interesting.
Because to me, it just feels like we are the underdog because we're not fucking welcome. It's so funny how like society is like, you guys need to work out because you're unhealthy, not knowing dick about us. And then when we do, it's like we're like laughed at, which has happened to me. Like at the sauna, a group of girls, I'll never forget this, it was like only a couple of years ago, a group of girls, I walked into the sauna and a group of girls, because I had headphones in, so they thought I was listening to music, but I wasn't, and they were all talking shit about me. And it was like, they were like laughing at me and being like, because I was wearing like a sports bra and like super short shorts, because like who gives a fuck?
Truly.
And also we're in a fucking sauna. Even if I hadn't worked out in that, which I did, because fuck you, that's why. Yeah, they were hella making fun of me, and I'm like, how old are you, bro? Like what is happening right now? And it's like shit like that happens all the time still, and I do not get it.
Well, again, it's like a lot of people go to gyms are like that, and it's like that's kind of why they're there, is because they like take how their body looks so seriously,
right,
as like a reflection of their self-worth. And so they're like always there making sure that everything, you know, and it's like I don't like being around you. Yeah,
it's like, how about go there for yourself, don't fucking worry about anybody else, bitch. Like it's crazy the shit that people still say. In fact, all these trolls, don't know who they are now on TikTok tagging me in weight loss videos and like weight loss surgery videos.
Oh dear God.
And I've had to like block. I don't know who these fucking people are, but like I feel
and
like
it could just be like one person with multiple accounts too. Like that's what's so crazy about it. It's like the damage these trolls can do.
I know it's not that, because well, there's a feature on Instagram and on TikTok now where like you can block someone and all the accounts they make.
How do they know though?
I don't know. But they're like, block this person and all the accounts that they make. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know how accurate it is. It might just be one person. I doubt it, but yeah, I feel like every couple years I encounter like a handful of trolls that like try to make my life really hard, and unfortunately for them, I'm the fucking shit, and I don't give a fuck.
I don't care about that loser ass.
But I'm like, oh no, you're dealing with a veteran, okay? I'm a veteran in this fucking game. I'm like, you fucking new around here.
You don't think I can predict you every fucking move?
I'm Rizzy McGuire, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you say. But they're lucky that they're hitting me up, you know, because I don't fucking care.
I hope one day they mature enough and they look back and they're like, oh my God, I cannot believe I did that.
I know. Well, that's why I try not to like hate on them. And in fact, a lot of the time, sorry, I'm like totally making this all about me. But, you know, sometimes like people are hitting me up and being super hateful, and I just like hit them up and I'm like, are you okay? And they're never okay. No, and that's the problem.
They're not.
They're upset with their own fucking ass. And then I confront them in a really like chill, like, is everything all right? Like, if you ever need anything to talk about, like, you can holla at me. Like, I don't think this is coming from a place of like you actually hating me because you don't know me.
Mm-hmm.
And it always ends up with them apologizing every fucking time.
Because it's fucked up.
Which is nuts. Like, truly.
Well, it's so easy to pretend that people on the internet aren't real. And then the second they're like, hi, I'm real, they're like, oh, sorry. And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, recently it happened where what's funny is I don't even remember. Oh, I do remember. Well, I don't even know if I want to get into all that, but basically someone was talking about how they stuck up for their sister and they got the dog shit beaten out of them. Like they got ganged up on by like 5 dudes. So they got the shit beaten out of them. And the dude was sticking up for his sister who was being sexually harassed at the club. So I commented and I was just like, dude, thank you so much for putting yourself out there, because as someone who's had to stick up for herself like so many times in these situations, like it's so great that you were sticking up for your sister, and like I'm grateful for you. And then someone commented on that being like, literally no one would ever go over your fucking fat ass. Like literally you're so ugly. Like it's like how embarrassing it is that you are trying to make it seem like anyone would want you.
Oh my God. Did the original poster go off on them?
No. But like other people were commenting being like, that's not nice. Like fat people like have people who want them too. And I'm like, you guys don't need to like going.
Like I can't believe we're saying this 2023.
And anyway, I just like DM'd them and I was like, hey, hope you're cool, you know? And then at the end of it, they're like, you are making it really hard for me to hate you.
Like, yeah, because I'm an actual human being.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, I'm sure you don't hate me because you don't know me.
Exactly.
And this is all about like you hating yourself. And that's what they said. They were like, I'm just in a really bad place right now. This and this and this is going on. Like, I'm really sorry. And I said, it's okay. Like, I forgive you. And I blocked them. But it all comes down to horrible self-worth that they must project on somebody else. Otherwise, their life is like fucking meaningless. And anyway, my whole point is I've dealt with this shit my whole life. So seeing a character like this, like Whitey, LOL, or White.
Yeah. His name's White Goodman.
White Goodman. So like
I'm
White.
I'm
that's
white.
I've faced people like that like my whole fucking life. So they do exist, people. Believe it or not. Toots. But yeah, no, that the whole like beginning, them starting with that video is so perfect.
Yes,
so
everything
funny
about it. And that's why I call Lifetime Fitness Globo Gym.
Yes.
Because I'm like, it is the same.
It is
the same.
Lifetime.
The fact that Lifetime has like salons, they probably do have plastic surgeons.
I'm sure they fucking,
I'm sure they do.
I'm sure they do.
At least injections.
It's great. And how much money is it a month, I wonder? Like, it's hundreds.
It's $200 a month.
Jesus
for
Christ.
One person.
That's 10 times
and
more.
I think that's the minimum. I think you could pay more for like more perks.
That's so gross.
It's nuts.
What kind of perks are there that would cost $200 a month?
Crazy.
Fuck off.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I do love the quote from the video that's like, we're better than you, and
we
know it.
There's so many like things from that video that I love quoting, like for some reason unbidden to my mind so many times is there's a good energy in the gym.
The one that you say, the one that I've found that you quote the most is, do I have to drink my own? What
necessary? Is it necessary to drink my own urine?
No.
He goes, probably not. Which is such a cute response.
Yeah, probably not. No, but it's sterile.
Sterile,
and I like the taste. You've quoted that to me maybe every other day.
Yeah. Anytime anyone says necessary, I just hear Rip Torn. Necessary? Just the way he says necessary.
No, and I love it because she loves the movie. She goes so hard for Dodgeball, you
how
guys.
Convenient for you. And the clock.
Dude, him getting angry is so funny because his comebacks are the actual
so
worst.
lame, but he thinks they're so cool.
That's
Everything he says, he thinks he's the fucking shit.
He thinks he's the man, which that's one of the things that I laugh so hard about is when people think that they're so funny and clever and what they're saying sucks. That is one of the funniest fucking things to me in life and in movies. It's amazing.
Goes, that's me grabbing the bull by the horn. It's a metaphor. Except it really happened.
Except it really happened. Anyway, and you're just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, he's amazing.
Okay, Vince Vaughn using Yoo-hoo as mouthwash at the beginning. Gross and hot.
I'm sure you loved his past 2 videos on the voicemail. It was like Drunken Hussies 2, Backdoor Strippers, and Mona Lisa Smile.
Mona Lisa Smile. That's me. I love him so much.
I was going to say, what do you think he's hotter in? Wedding Crashers or this?
Wedding Crashers.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like an angry, feisty guy.
Okay.
You know? And he's also like very like wildly charming in that. Although in this movie I enjoy how calm he is while fucking roasting the shit out of people. I think that's amazing.
That's why I thought you'd really like him, because he's like such a cool guy.
I do, but if I had to like sexually, it would be Wedding Crashers.
Okay.
Because he's just so like passionate, which he's not really in this movie.
No, yeah, opposite.
So I like the passion sensually and sexually in that movie. But I do love him in this. I think he's very sweet.
And he does his little winks.
Yeah, his
little Vince Vaughn winks that no one else could pull off. Everyone else would look like a psychopath.
I know.
But he can do it.
I love winks, man. I love someone that can wink. It's hard to pull off a wink.
Oh, yeah. Like when she's like, do you have any like files or documents? And he goes, oh, yeah, I call those keepers.
Yeah.
And he gives you like a little wink when he says keepers. And I'm like,
you're like, I'm in love with
Stop
you.
it.
I'm also a winker. I don't know if any of y'all noticed.
I'll wink occasionally.
Yeah, you wink.
I'll wink every
You
once
do a
in a
little winky
while.
poo.
But it's bold.
It's a very bold move.
And you take a risk that the other person will be like, I don't like this at all.
Yeah. It actually is very odd that we think that it's so sexy, because you're literally just closing one of your eyeballs while the other one stays open. And somehow that's become
roguish. Flirtatious even. Unless you're Daniel Radcliffe in the first Harry Potter, where that poor boy cannot blink both of his eyes at the same time.
It is bad. I'm picturing there's one certain scene and I can't think of what it is, but
I'm like, what's going on?
He's like, what? Oh, he's like, it's the part with Hagrid. What is it? He's like, I'm a wall.
I'm like, why are both the eyes not blinking?
I wish you guys could see
I
our
don't
faces right
understand.
now. We look insane. No, but he's like,
oh, Christ.
Whoa. You're a wizard, Daddy. Now open both of your eyes.
He just points his wand at his fucking eyes. He's like, let's take care of that right away.
Like, never fucking mind. Goodbye, you creepy little boy. You Victorian child who cannot open both of his eyes.
He's got consumption. Get him to the seashore.
Get him to the seashore. Let him go. He's a cyclops, Diddy. Oh my god. Anyways, speaking of, there's a guy who thinks he's a pirate in Dodgeball.
Yes.
Pirate Steve.
I love that whole subplot.
I love him.
And even like at the end where it gets sad, where he like abandons his pirateness only to come back to it. It's so cute.
I had a prediction while I was watching the movie that didn't come true.
Oh, what was the prediction?
My prediction was, because you know how he's like gone for a while. Sorry, we're skipping ahead.
No, who cares?
But he disappears for a while at the end because Vince Vaughn yells at him and basically tells him like, you're not a fucking pirate, essentially.
So mean.
Which is so mean. I was so heartbroken when he did that.
When I first saw it, I think I cried.
Yeah, I almost cried. I'm not kidding. I was like, this is so sad.
I hate when people's dreams are dashed like that. I hate it.
Ugh. You would never do that.
Never.
My wife. But I thought when he was missing for a while and I was like, no one is like trying to find him or whatever, I thought he would join. I thought he would be like at Treasure Island, like at the pirate show.
At the pirate show. Yeah.
Because at the time
they probably couldn't afford it.
Huh?
They probably couldn't afford it.
True.
On their $20 million budget.
But you can like picture him doing it, right?
Yes.
And that's what like, so if you guys don't know, back in like the 80s, maybe the 80s, definitely the 90s and early 2000s, there was an actual like pirate show at the front of the hotel and casino Treasure Island, which is pirate themed. And there were like, you know, people dressed as pirates and being like matey and like jumping on the ship, and there was water and like
there was like pyrotechnics. There was like a whole ass show they would do every hour.
Yeah, it was a whole production. It was so cool. And then they stopped it, unfortunately, like probably at the end of high school or something like that for us.
Yeah, they call it like the family friendly Vegas era. There was like a 10-year period where all the casinos were actually trying to appeal to families, and then they're like, this isn't working, we'll just go back to like billionaires.
Which I loved that. I loved that era.
I'm glad we got to be kids during the era, because there was like a lot of fun things to do.
There was so much fun shit to do. And but yeah, my prediction while I was watching, I was like, oh my god, he probably joined the pirate show and they're probably gonna show him like
living his best life.
But he didn't. But that would be a really cool like alternative ending. You know.
Well, and one of the dicks that yells at him when he's in his pirate gets up says, "Go back to Treasure Island."
True. Which maybe that's why I like. I was like,
oh,
did he go? But yeah.
And I also love the sub joke that at one point the one teammate's like, there's a guy on our team dressed like a pirate, and the other guy's like, what? And he's like keeps trying to get him to remember.
Like, who? I'm like, what?
Like the only guy that just dressed like a pirate?
I know. Also, the cheerleader tryout scenario.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
I don't know her name, but the queen who was in fucking All That Baby. Do you know her name?
Lori something.
Yeah, Lori something. She looked so pretty in that scene too.
And she's all like, like she thinks she's gonna kill it.
I know. And she's so cute. And yeah, basically she like she ends up falling onto Justin Long's face with her fucking whole pussy.
Her coochie.
Her whole puss. And he's complaining about it, which is insane.
You're welcome, sir.
Like, holy shit.
But it's kind of funny because when they come back to him, he goes, yeah, it was the worst. And he's like kind of chill about it.
Yeah, I'm like, wasn't? You liked it, you liar.
Yeah, you're chill because you liked it.
Yeah, you liked it, baby. But what I do hate though is the fucking sounds they made of her getting up.
Like squelching.
It was, I was like, yikes. But also Yumsville. But
Yumsville, Tennessee.
I did love that. That was a funny scene. I was like, Jesus Christ, but it's so good. And then I do love the part where White is like, I built this gym from the ground up with my blood, sweat, and tears. And yes, a large inheritance from my father. And I'm like, at least someone's honest.
So true, exactly.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
That was incredible.
I love his assistant, Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle. I love them on like the scooter together or whatever.
So cute.
So actually so adorable.
Just like snaps, Michelle.
Also the car wash scene is just impeccable.
Oh my God, so funny.
It's so fucking funny. And I've always wanted to do something like that, but also that's very exploitative of yourself and your body.
And I love what afterwards they're like, oh, we actually lost money on the car wash. And Vince Vaughn goes, hey, if an impromptu car wash can't raise us $50,000, maybe it's just not in the cards.
All of his lines are so chill and so fucking good. Like, so funny. Also, the dude that they got to play the young version of Patches looks just like him. Like, I recognize him from something, and he's very handsome. But
dip, dive, dodge.
I was like, they look exactly the same. That's fucking weird.
They nailed it.
They really nailed that.
I love Patches O'Houlihan, just like a crazed dodgeball guy.
Throwing fucking wrenches at them. Oh my God. It was very funny. I liked it. I didn't write a whole lot of notes because if you guys didn't know, I don't think I mentioned this at the beginning, but I had never seen this movie.
So you were just enjoying it.
So I was just really ride. I wrote like some notes down, but I really was just trying to soak it all in because it's my wife's favorite movie. Okay,
I love her unicorn house. Like
I know.
All the unicorns.
I was not
She's
expecting
like,
that shit.
Unicorn. Yeah, it's like totally unexpected. You're like, how cute.
And I also was thinking, my niece is obsessed with unicorns right now.
Aww,
she's 4.5,
yeah.
and so she's like in her unicorn
prime
phase.
Unicorn era.
And she, like, I was like, dude, she'd fucking die walking into this goddamn house. Everything she said, she's like, can we make unicorn cupcakes? Can we make a unicorn cake?
Aww.
Can we dress up like unicorns? She's so adorable.
I just want to shout out one of my favorite just little jokes from Pete Holmes. He goes, unicorn, one corn. Unicorn.
Unicorn, okay?
He's like, why are we calling them unicorns?
Is it because like
they have one horn? Unicorn.
Is that what it is?
I don't know why they're not called unicorns.
I bet it's because it's like a cornucopia on.
But it's also just a horn.
I know.
So why not call it unicorn?
I know. I guess we can't necessarily make logic out of mythical creatures, but
it is strange.
It is odd. That is odd.
It's like one. Got it. Corn? No corn around.
I bet it's
there is a horn.
But still.
But why not unicornucopia?
And why not call it a cornucopia and not like, because we always call it the horn. We always call it a unicorn horn.
Exactly.
So why,
It's very strange.
It is very odd. Doesn't make sense to me. Kids these days.
So desensitized.
Yeah. And then it's kind of cool that the dodgeball tournament is in Vegas because Stacy and I used to play dodgeball in Vegas, baby.
I love a Vegas, angle to a movie. So I'm like, duh, I love this.
I wasn't expecting it. And I was like, oh my God. And I love that there was a dodgeball team, the fucking Metro.
Yes.
I was like, fucking L.
And I love how they keep showing the Monte Carlo, which is now Park MGM.
I know. I used to work there.
I love that. They're just like so many fun little subplots like that. The cheerleaders are also there, and like Justin Long is like it's a moment of glory.
That was very cute, and
he fell off the roller coaster and broke every bone in his body.
I know, like yeah, because that would fucking.
And Dwight's so funny too, and he's just like always making these little comments, and like he's also kind of a straight man in some ways.
Which one is Dwight?
He's like the black one who's like he might fall off the roller coaster and break every bone in his body.
Yeah, is he the one? He has blue eyes, right?
I think so. Yeah, like some kind of light color.
Yeah, some like light color. Yeah, he's really. I don't think I've ever seen him in anything else.
I love when oh my gosh, what does he say? Somebody says, oh, the like really awkward gangly guy is like, I'm gonna go wash my and he goes, okay, man, just wash your hands.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, he said, yeah. What did it was when he was gonna try to meet the girl, right?
Yes,
dude, I think he's low key hot.
And you know who that woman is who plays like the Eastern European lady?
She's a hot lady. She's in a bunch of. She always plays like a villain.
Yeah, she's like a big time comedy actress.
What was she in?
She plays the mom in the Johnny Depp version of Willy Wonka.
Oh,
with like the crazy Botox eyebrows and like blonde hair.
I know I've seen her in like a bunch of shit, but I can't think of what it is.
Comedy stuff, yeah.
But yeah, the
Missy
gangly
Piles,
dude?
I think is her name.
What's her name?
Missy Pyle or Piles.
I'm gonna need to look that up. But yeah, the gangly dude is hot. Holla at me. I also wrote dick pump LMFAO because there's a scene where fucking Ben Stiller pumps up his dick before inviting what's her face in.
Kate.
Oh my god, it made me die laugh.
I also love when he comes down reading the dictionary and she's like, are you reading the dictionary? And he's like, I like to break a mental sweat. And it reminds me of a hilarious faux pas I committed where I was using Goodreads for a while, and on Goodreads you can say what you're reading.
Is it an app?
It's like a website and an app.
Okay.
It's like a social media platform for books.
Oh, okay.
But one of the features is like once you read something on your Kindle, it will like automatically say that you're reading it.
Oh.
And I used the dictionary feature on my Kindle, and it popped up that I was reading the dictionary.
Oh, God.
And I was like, God, I'm White Goodman.
And you're like, oh,
I like to break a mental sweat.
But at least it's on your Kindle. So it's not like anyone would notice that you're like reading the dictionary.
But on the social media platform, it's like Stacy is reading the dictionary.
True. But I mean, at least like outwardly, it's not like, oh, I'm Eminem and I'm reading the dictionary from back to front. Like,
and then I also love when she's like, I just threw up in my mouth of it. And he goes, some cultures, they only eat vomit.
I know. He's insane. So you know, a bunch of those lines are fucking improv.
Yeah.
I feel like he's a great improv actor. Oh, and I remembered what the name of that movie is. Remember I said like a handful of episodes ago, I was like, there's a weird like romantic comedy thing with him, and he has like a really unhinged wife who like turns out to be like crazy different.
Ben Stiller?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, vaguely.
It's called, well, the movie's called Heartbreak Kid.
Okay.
Because before I was like, what the fuck is it called? But that's what it's called.
Gotcha. I also love that Kate ended up kind of becoming the leader in the end.
Yeah.
Like when Vince Vaughn leaves, she's the one who's like, come on, guys, we can still do it. And I'm like, love that.
Of course.
I also love that the teams were co-ed.
Yes. Which we always talk about. Sports should be co-ed.
Yeah, especially something like dodgeball. I mean, come on.
Yeah. There's also a line about, I don't know. I didn't write it down, but it was about like the news channel or the sports channel that they were filming the whole dodgeball tournament on, and they're like, we're like almost sport, or if it's almost a sport, blah 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 blah. I thought that was so fucking funny. It had like bowling and it had like other shit.
A water skiing squirrel.
Yeah. I'm like, God, yes.
I love the announcers. They're so funny.
Oh, Jason Bateman, bitch.
Cotton.
He has that split in his teeth that I just go ape shit for. Holla at me if you're a buck-tooth baby.
Holla at your Blockbuster wife, all right?
But yeah, I love a split in the teeth. I
also loved all the teams, like the breakdancing team.
Yeah.
So good. The Lumberjacks.
The Lumberjacks.
Well, did you know that this movie sparked an actual series of competitive dodgeball that they were televising? It was like kind of jokey, but they were actually playing.
Dude.
And all the teams, it was like usually like a group of coworkers, and they'd be like, where are the accountants? Or like whatever.
Dodgeball gives me anxiety. And I learned that when we played, Stacy and I would play recreationally, what was it, like once a week or something like that for a little while. And it was this like amazing, glorious man who dressed in all American apparel, who would bring like coolers of like
little catnip.
He was hot as fuck, and he brought like coolers of not only like beverages but then like little snacks just cause. And I was
What
like,
a dream.
what the fuck? Who the
Like,
fuck?
who are you? Are you Dodgeball Jesus?
Yeah, I'm like, you're Dodgeball Jesus. And he was so fine. And I remember being like, I'll do anything to like prove to him that I am worthy.
His worthy Dodgeball queen.
But I wasn't worthy because
The plan did not work out.
It did not, because I had such bad anxiety. I was like, oh, this balls in your face.
I mean, it is scary. People are like trying to bean you with balls. It's not chill.
The line that I just said, the balls in your face thing, reminds me of Clueless, where she's like, I can't like something with balls in my face. And then homegirl goes, well, there goes your social life. But yeah, it's scary. So shouts out to Dodgeball Jesus. You're the one that got away.
Where they are now.
Honestly, what is he doing? Who knows? Just being hot somewhere else.
Being hot with his
doing
cooler.
some other cool shit for sure.
I love the Lance Armstrong cameo.
Yeah,
It's
and he,
so
like,
funny.
He said some pretty fire lines.
Yeah, it's so funny. He goes, what are you dying from that's keeping you from the competition? And Vince Vaughn is like, I guess just shame. And he's like, I'm sure this won't haunt you for the rest of your life. Bye-bye.
He also brought up, was it true that he had like 3 types of cancer, or was it just testicular?
I always thought it was testicular, but I feel like you probably wouldn't lie about it.
Yeah, like that would be a little much. Because he
Yeah.
said testicular, brain
and lung?
yeah, something like that. And I'm like, what the fuck? All I knew about was the testicular, but
All of it sucks.
the holy shit, like
Mhm.
that's all of it is insane.
And I know he like doped and did steroids, but I mean,
Like fuck
Still.
off.
still.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. No, that was a cool cameo from him for sure. And it was so unexpected because he's
Right,
not
you're
like,
like, wait,
related to Dodgeball.
And he's like, "Are you a Peter LaFleur?" Like and the whole scene is that Lance Armstrong recognizes Vince Vaughn from the dodgeball tournament. I'm a big fan.
And he was so big at that time too.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
super. Like he was like,
That must have been $5 million of the budget.
yeah, honestly, yeah. Like that's fucking no. Yeah, them getting him was a huge deal at that time, especially. And I also love the wife of the nerdy guy who like gives him the loser sign. He's like, L for love.
He's so cute.
He is so
He
cute.
really
And his
is
kids
so
are so
cute.
cute too. Oh man. And then I wrote hottie in a crop top, but I don't know what I'm talking about there.
Maybe they're like S&M wear, which is also a very funny scene that their uniforms get swapped with like a bunch of leather daddies.
God, and I love that fucking Vince Vaughn is wearing the daddy necklace, and I'm like,
You're
yeah. And then he's like, you must be daddy to like the old man. Oh my God. And I love William Shatner's role
William
too.
Shatner. David Hasselhoff is in it for a second. Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris, I did notice. I don't remember David Hasselhoff.
He's the coach of the German team.
Oh, he's in the SpongeBob movie too,
He
right?
sure is. A very big role.
Actually, yeah, giant role. What did he play? Isn't he like life size?
Yeah, he like transports SpongeBob back home and then squeezes him in his pecs to shoot him to the bottom of Bikini Bottom.
I remember seeing
Normal
just
things
normal chill shit.
for children.
David Hasselhoff. Those are all the notes I have, but I know you have more, my queen.
I do just want to talk about the ending. I love the ending. It's so clever.
It's so good.
Did you see it coming?
No,
Okay.
not at all. Well, I was wondering what he did. I was not expecting that much.
Yeah, because they kind of hide the ball. They set up the scenario of Vince Vaughn selling his gym to White, but then you don't really know what happens.
Right.
And then they win, and you still don't know what happens. And then Ben Stiller's is like, well, you still lost because you sold my gym. But then Peter LaFleur, Vince Vaughn, reveals that he took the money he got from selling the gym, bet on the Average Joes to win, and made $5 million, which there's a very clever part in the earlier part of the film where White Goodman says his gym is worth $4 million. So then you're like, oh, he's got enough money. He's like, yeah, I can buy out your gym, and then I'll own your gym and Average Joe's. Bam.
Yeah,
So
it
smart.
was very clever. Was not expecting that twist. And
then they tie it back to the pirate because he's like, I got his buried treasure. And he's like,
yeah, because
"Gar."
all the money is in like a
Yeah, it's like a treasure chest. It's so cute.
And then
And
he's
it's
so
a perfect
excited.
little ending.
It was very perfect. It's so cute. And then the end scene where
She's like, I'm not a lesbian. I'm bisexual.
Yeah, I'm bisexual.
I'm like, ooh.
Which, by the way, at that time, bisexuality was seen as like, that's a joke and that's not real. So that was pretty fucking cool, actually. And like, what a weird ending. Like, that's so random.
And then she like makes out with both of them, and they're like, hee hee. Like,
Yeah, like, I guess we're this is how it is now. No, but it makes so much sense that it's your favorite movie. It's so cute. And
It's like Dumb and Dumber in that it's a joke a minute.
yes, you really like. I bet if I watch it again, like you said, you watch it and you still like find things that you could. I bet if I watched it tonight, I'd be like, oh, what the fuck? I did not even. I'm sure there's like subplots that I didn't even recognize, you know. But no, it's so fucking good. I love it.
I'm glad
so
you
much.
liked it. It's so great. It's always chill to have on for show.
Hell yeah.
You ready for some trivia?
Hell yeah, I
Some
am.
of them are kind of hard, and I apologize.
I should have done trivia for you for this one.
Okay.
Yikes.
When Vince Vaughn says they should have an Irish wake to say goodbye to the gym, what song does he say he's going to play?
I get knocked down, but I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
He says it very quietly. He goes, I'm going to put on the thong song and
Oh,
we'll
the
tear
thong
this
song,
place
dang
apart.
I did know that. I remember. Shit. Okay.
That's all good. Okay, this one's hard. What are the 5 Ds of Dodgeball?
Dodge. Dive. Duck.
Uh-huh. This one's the hardest.
Is like drive.
It's dip.
Dip. Okay.
And then it's dodge again.
And then dodge. Right. Okay.
Well, you know, most of
I
them.
got some of them.
Why is Kate so great at dodgeball?
Because she played softball.
That's right.
Like me.
Which ESPN channel features dodgeball and other obscure sports?
Ah, shit. I don't know what it's called. It's not like 8.
It is.
Is it?
ESPN 8.
Oh.
Then the nickname is the Ocho.
The Ocho. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. How does Patches O'Houlihan die?
A sign falls on him
Yes.
or something? Yeah.
And ironically, it says luck of the Irish.
Oh my God. Yes.
And Vince Vaughn has a line about that. She's like, you should go talk to them. And he goes, yeah, I don't think Hallmark makes a sorry your dodgeball instructor got crushed by 2 tons of irony card.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he was so sad.
Now, do we think there'll be a dodgeball personality quiz?
I bet there is.
Which... And it's like, I just call it Dodgeball, but it should be noted that the full title is Dodgeball: A True Underdog Story.
Which
is like so
literally-
unnecessary. I don't know why.
I know. Why did they do that? That is odd.
Which Dodgeball character are you? Oh, okay. I found one.
God, yes.
It is from Quotev. It looks like a user-made quiz.
These are our
so
favorites.
Lord only knows.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see how many questions there are before, because we've gone down that
Oh,
road
we
before.
have made that mistake many a time.
Oh, it's only like 6 questions. Perfect.
Okay, sick.
Okay. On a scale of 0 to 5, how good are you at dodgeball?
As we mentioned previously, I get anxiety, so I'm gonna go with like a solid 2
2. Got it. What type of hairstyle do you have?
right now.
Very short, long, very long, and curly, feathered. These are not a lot of options.
Would it be like feathered? I guess because I have a lot
Yeah,
of layers.
I think so.
Okay,
Are you organized? Yes or no?
that's so hard because I'm like chaotically organized. I'll say yes.
Oh,
I have a certain organizational
I have certain organizational skills.
skills with a Z. Yeah.
What is your preferred drink?
Diet Coke.
The options are crazy.
Okay.
Root beer, urine, or seawater. Sorry, y'all. We had some technical difficulties there. We technically did finish this quiz before we realized it wasn't recording, but we're gonna just go back and pretend.
Yeah, it's a quick quiz.
It is.
It doesn't.
Okay, so you said 2 for good at dodgeball. Your hair's feathered.
Yeah.
You are organized.
Yeah.
Your preferred drink is root beer.
Yes.
And your favorite comeback line was, I'm not a lesbian, I'm a bisexual.
Because I'm pan, and a lot of the time they're interchangeable.
And if you had 100,000 pounds, you would expand your business.
Right. / all my creative endeavors.
And you got Kate.
Yay.
You're a
Oh, baby.
bisexual. You're
Fuck
very
yeah.
organized, but like to have fun just as much.
I'm not hot, you guys.
Yeah.
Love it.
She's the best.
Okay, and Stacy, I remember her answer. She said on a scale of 0 to 5, how good are you at dodgeball? 3. What type of hairstyle does she have? Long. Out of all these answers, is she organized? Absolutely. Her preferred drink is also root beer as opposed to urine,
or
believe it or not, or seawater.
No thanks.
And the best comeback for her was, "Why do you stare at me?" And she, if you had 100,000 pounds, what would she do with it? She would keep it and do something useful with it. Therefore, she is Kate as well.
Also Kate. I wonder if all roads lead to Kate.
We could test out that theory.
Let's do it.
Okay.
And while Shea does that, it's funny because we're like, we're so tired. It's so late. Where are we going an hour? And that's when I realized I was like, oh, God.
I know.
It's not recording. How long has that been there?
I'm going to say seawater. Not as much as your hair does. And get a facelift. I don't know. Oh.
Okay. Peter LaFleur would get a facelift, apparently.
You're laid back. You have a sense of leadership about you.
Wow.
Sexy.
Vince Bonnie.
But anyway,
Sick.
we had so much fun with this episode.
Yes.
And
So
it went
fun.
by so fast, which just shows that obviously we're always having fun with each other, my dears.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Exactly. Again, happy Pride Month, you guys.
Yes.
Speaking of bisexual.
Yeah, perfect subject.
You know what I mean? And also, this concludes Stacy's choices.
Thank you for coming on this journey with me.
I'm so glad because neither of the movies I had really watched. I had never seen Dodgeball, and You've Got Mail I only watched one time. So it was really fun to watch my wife's favorite movies that for some reason I had never fucking seen. What the fuck? And then the next 2 movies are going to be my choices.
Yes, and I have seen both of your movies, but not nearly as many times as I'm sure you've seen them.
I've watched both of them at nauseum, and I will continue to for the rest of my fucking life.
And that's a promise.
And that is a promise. I watched both of them while I house at your house.
Oh, I
so
love that.
I'm going to watch them again. Yeah, the next couple of weeks, baby. But anyway, love you guys so much. Thanks so much again.
Next time.
And really quick, please rate us.
Yeah, give us 5
our
stars.
birthday present.
Thanks.
Kitty.
For our birthday.
For our
Come
birthday, you
on.
guys, or else you're not invited to our birthday party.
Okay.
All right, we love you guys so much,
Love
and talk to you
you.
next week.
Ta-ta.
Bye.